Guys, what's going on? Welcome to Serial at Midnight. My name is Heath, and this is a tremendously exciting episode because we're talking about the arrival of the Flintstones on Blu-ray. All 6 seasons, 166 episodes of the Flintstones arriving in a complete series Blu-ray box set. These episodes have truly been remastered and restored. Truly. You're going to see for yourself with your own eyes in just a minute. But spoilers for this review, they look great. That's the bottom line, is they look great. We're going to get into it in just a second. Before we go any further, I am obligated to tell you that Warner Brothers Home Entertainment sent me a copy of this for free. The opinions expressed are my own. And buddy, I have got some opinions. This is, you know what, in my time at Serial at Midnight, talking about new releases, reviewing new releases, I'd be hard pressed to name a Blu-ray release that was more discussed, I'm going to say hotly debated behind the scenes leading up to its release by the fan community. Because of course, we all love Hanna-Barbera, we all want the Flintstones to be a stellar release. And so there's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of information going around, there's a lot of disinformation going around. It stems from the fact, first and foremost, that this is 166 episodes, but it's a 10-disc set. That means that there's a lot of episodes on each Blu-ray. And even I was concerned with this because that's a lot. You would think that compression would be an issue, that there would be reduced video quality because of that, but I'm happy to tell you, I see no signs of any compromise due to the fact that there are up to 17 episodes on each Blu-ray. They really do look good. And listen, this is not my first rodeo with the Flintstones. I have bought these episodes, these seasons, multiple times over the years, including most recently, this is the Diamond Collection. To celebrate Hanna-Barbera's anniversary. This was a couple of years back. We have a dedicated video for Hanna-Barbera's Diamond Collection. We love Hanna-Barbera. We talk about them as often as we can. Big fans. And I bought this complete series released just a few years ago on DVD because I've had experience with these, because I've had years with the Flintstones on DVD. I was able to do something cool with this review and do some DVD versus Blu-ray side-by-side comparisons. Actually, I say they're side-by-side. I'm going to show you a screenshot from the DVD, and then it's going to transition to the screenshot from the Blu-ray. Now, some of these aren't that impressive, but most of them, dare I say, night and day. You don't realize how dirty and grimy the Flintstones episodes had become over the years until you see what they could look like, what maybe they did look like when they were first. I can't imagine these looked this good when they showed on television back in the day. It's like with the Jetsons. I mean, it's a revelation. The colors are so clean. I don't think they've done any digital color tampering either. I really think they've just cleaned away the dirt and the grime. These were truly, it's like they've been buried in the dirt or something. I mean, they weren't. This is what happens to film, especially over time as these elements get more and more used, more and more just weathered, you know? It happens. We're talking about decades and decades of distress and fatigue on these original elements. By going back and restoring these, they've taken years and years and years off of the Flintstones. I can't say that it looks like it was animated yesterday, but it does look like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 years ago. It looks really fantastic. We have never seen the Flintstones look as good as they do in these Blu-ray transfers. It's remarkable. Listen, I've had this behind the scenes. I've had this for a week before I decided to do this review. I wanted to spend as much time with this as I could so that I could bring you the most informed coverage that I could. There's also a lot of talk about episode 17 of this Blu-ray set. Yes, it is missing sound effects and music. There has not been a replacement program issued for this yet. It is jarring. It does not make the episode unwatchable. It just means like it's a dialogue only episode. So there's no music, there's no sound effects. It's just the characters talking. That means sometimes there's 5 seconds of silence. It's a little odd, but and hopefully this will be addressed in the future. It probably will be, but I just wanted you guys to know that has been reported, and I can confirm that that is an issue. But every other one that I've watched, and again, I've had a week with it. I didn't get to watch 166 episodes of the Flintstones. Boy, that would have been amazing if I could have crammed 166 episodes of this TV show before doing this review. I didn't get to watch them all, but I've spent a lot of time watching episodes from each and every season. There's even been speculation, this appears to have, I don't know that this has been confirmed or not, but this appears to have started as a Warner archive project, and then at some point it was handed off to the Warner Brothers proper, the major Warner Brothers studio, to finish this project and give it a much wider release. And there's been so much speculation behind the scenes, like, well, that's when the quality drop will occur. I see no evidence of quality drop. There are some scenes in season 6, which you'll see in this video. I wonder if there's been some color, not color replacement, but some color adjustment where things looked a little bit, sometimes things just look really, they look maybe too colorful, but again, that may just be the restoration doing its job, like this is, what a weird thing to say, like maybe these episodes look too good. I don't think they look too good. I think they look fantastic. So listen, there's a lot of special features associated with this release. The most important, as I take out the booklet here that comes with the Blu-rays, the most important are the 2 films. There, as you see over my shoulder here, we have the DVD, the old DVD release of The Man Called Flintstone. That is included here on Blu-ray. That's on disc 10. But it is not in HD. Frankly, I don't know that HD elements exist for The Man Called Flintstone. There's just a lot of things we don't know. It's presented as an extra. There's no special features on the Blu-ray for that or for the other feature film that's included here, which is the Flintstones and WWE Stone Age SmackDown. Now, I believe that has a prior standalone Blu-ray release that does include special features. Here, it's an extra, so no special features there. To just be informed. But there's a lot of other special features that have been carried over from previous box sets to this box set. Most notably missing, from what I can see, are those vintage commercials. There were a lot of vintage commercials that were on. Some of them, I think, were left off for good reason. Like there's the infamous Winston cigarettes commercial. I don't expect that to ever pop up on a Blu-ray again. You know what? While we're talking about Winston cigarettes, let's talk about the disclaimer that airs before the first episode on the first disc. I think it's only on the first disc, but there is the traditional Warner Brothers disclaimer that basically says that these episodes are a product of their time. They contain attitudes and social behavior that is basically, it wasn't acceptable then, it's not acceptable now, but they're being presented in their original form to preserve, that sort of a thing. I know some people get kind of put off by this. I think it's great because you have addressed any potential criticism and you have also preserved the product without altering it at all. And we all know those companies that are out there altering their cartoons or just suppressing them and acting like they were never made in the first place. There's so many cartoons that have just been collectively, not just cartoons, but movies and shorts. It's like they never existed in the first place because they have things that are, by modern standards, egregious. So I love when Warner Brothers just says, hey, this is what it is. This is how they were made. We don't defend them. We don't say this is right, but we're preserving these. That's how you do it. You say it, you move on, you get the stuff out there. So bonus content, disc 1, the Flagstones, the Lost Pilots. Really shocking to see how the Flintstones did look in their original incarnation before they kind of transitioned to the version that we know. And speaking of transition, that first season, like Dino's a different color. It's just not quite there yet. The Flagstones, Lost Pilot, How to Draw Fred Flintstone, Carved in Stone, The Flintstones, that's in disc 2, and Carved in Stone's The Flintstones Phenomenon. Disc 3 has Songs of the Flintstones album. Disc 4 has All About the Flintstones and Wacky Inventions. Disc 5 has Bedrock Collectibles, collecting all things Flintstone, and The Flintstones 1 Million Years Ahead of Its Time. Disc 6 has First Families of the Stone Age and Hanna-Barbera's legendary music director, Hoyt Curtin. That's a great one right there. If you're into animation history, talked about Hoyt Curtin. And then there's no other extras until we get to disc 10, and that has the Flintstones Meet Pop Culture, The Great Gazoo from A to Z Talks, the Flintstones and WWE movie, and the Man Called Flintstone movie. So for the asking price of this Blu-ray set, I mean legitimately, it's so impressive. There's so much value for the money here. Is it an archive of all things Flintstones? No. Could it have been? I mean, maybe. It probably could have had There's so many specials. Then, hey, you're going to throw the Pebbles and Bam Bam TV show in there too? Like, how far do you go? For preservation of the Flintstones, for the casual, the mainstream Flintstones buyer, this is everything that they would ever want, ever need. I'm so happy with this. And, you know, we always say you vote for products with your dollar. So, yes, there's an episode that doesn't have sound effects. It doesn't have music. I hope they fix it. I hope there's a replacement program issued for that disc. It's only one episode out of 166. Things happen. I understand. Address it. Let's fix it and let's move on. We vote for things with our wallets. We vote for things with our dollar. If we want more animation like this from the... Listen, Warner Brothers has one of the, if not the deepest history of animation, the deepest catalog of any studio. There's that other studio that has tons and tons of animation. They're not really putting it out. There's a lot of stuff that's not out. Warner Brothers keeps connecting the buyer, the consumer, to these products in better quality than ever before. So if you want a Pebbles and Bam Bam, if you want all those specials to get a Blu-ray release, let's support what's out there now. And I want to know if you got it. You know what? If you are interested in this box set, I'm going to put a link to this box set through Amazon in the description of this video. It's going to be there by the Hanna-Barbera Diamond Collection video that we've done. And you can just click straight through to buy it. I do heartily recommend it. It's not perfect. No, it's not perfect, but the episodes themselves look absolutely breathtaking. They look so clean, so crisp, so new, so bright, so colorful. So many describing words that I'm using here, but I really do believe it. Listen, these are my opinions. I told you at the top of the video. As a Flintstones fan, a lifelong Flintstones fan, never dreamed they'd look like this, that they'd get this treatment. So I heartily recommend it, with a few caveats. There's a few things that I wish had been done a little bit differently, but overall, what a great package. What a great time to be a fan of this stuff, because we're getting things pulled from the vaults and cleaned up and restored and presented to us in quality we've never even imagined. So, guys, that's going to do it for this review. Thanks so much for taking the time to sit with me and discuss the Flintstones. And until next time, I will catch you later.